Yeah. So last 2 weeks, I have posted two topics. One is no seed ever sees the flower. The other topic is darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do so. Okay. So now what I want to do is uh, now uh, how to approach these two topics based on the template that we have discussed yesterday. What is the template that we have discussed yesterday? The template we have discussed yesterday is this. Like, first you have to either agree or disagree with the topic. Okay, then we can proceed to add what? To add the scope. So first, do you agree or disagree? Then the scope. Now, my intention here is to teach you on how to approach the philosophical topics. So take a minute, use a chat box, use brainstorming, think about it. No seed ever sees the flower. Okay, this is kind of an extreme statement. Yes, because the word no says like no seed ever sees the flower. So do I agree or disagree? If I agree, to what extent do I agree? Right? And why should I agree? Next, then expanding the scope. So before we go into all these things, first understand what is seed. What can be the seed? Seed can be an idea. Seed can be a thought. What else? Seed can be a plan. Seed can be a intention. Yes. Can seeds be positive? Can seeds be negative? Initiation. Yes. Positive or negative. Hard work. Okay. No hard work ever sees the results. Okay, fine. Seed can be hard work. Again, hard work will be more of an example rather than a dimension, right? So please understand this. First, you have to understand the macro thought process. So seed can be idea, etc., etc. Now that you have certain benchmarks of what is a seed, you have to either agree or disagree. And you should be crystal clear in whether they are positive or negative. Okay, disagreeing does not mean negative. Within these ideas, there can be positive ideas, there can be negative ideas. So, idea, for example, all those years ago, Sri Narayan Murthy might have an idea to create an Indian-based technological company. So, did he plant a seed? Yes. Is he also seeing the flower? Yes. So Narayan Murthy's example is an example where I disagree with the statement that those who plant the seed can also see the results. Okay. So planting the seed and seeing the results happened in one person's lifetime. Okay. Or somebody had an idea to become a cricketer. Dhoni had an idea to become a cricketer. So that went on to become a fruit. Okay. He has seen the complete cycle. Right? So first of all, we have to think about it. Let's say the idea of liberty, equality, fraternity is something that started with French Revolution. Maybe the revolutionaries totally haven't seen the idea of a society becoming a more liberal society. But today, all over the world, we are enjoying the benefits of the seeds that are planted in the French Revolution. Okay. Yes, Gandhi ideas. See, Gandhi ideas again will be an example. Gandhi wanted to see a free India. Gandhi actually saw free India. Right? So that is one thing. Gandhi may wanted to see more women empowerment. In 2022, maybe we are seeing more women empowerment. So you can use Gandhi to agree or disagree with this particular statement. Are you getting the point? Yes. So agree. What other examples are there where people have planted the seed, but they have not seen the flower? Because some seeds take a huge amount of time. Time is a factor. Situation is a factor. Context is also a factor. So not everybody will get to see the flowers because of not the problem. Yes, state socialism by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Yes, climate change, Ambedkar's ideas. So the constitution that we have can be considered as a seed that is given by Dr. Ambedkar. Whatever we are seeing is the flower. LPG reforms without actually seeing the flowers. Okay. Marx's idea of communism. Okay. Think of more seeds. RTI tags an example of seen flower. Okay. Yeah, definitely. RTI per se an idea was seen as a seed. We can relate with UPSC aspirants, definitely. You wanted to become an IAS officer, you will also see the fruits. Okay, good. Forests, how? Green revolution is an idea where we have seen the flower. Okay, that is also good. So now we will try to do it in a more structured way. Now that all of you have the hang of it, okay, let me try to give you one more insight, which we haven't discussed yesterday. GS1, GS2, 3, and 4. Okay, what do I mean by more structured way rather than going randomly haphazardly? Now let's think of this. Art and culture, post-independence consolidation, world history, geography, society. Right? So, yes, we will get into dimensions a little bit later, but first we will focus on only agreeing or disagreeing. Because Suraj, it's easy to elaborate, right? Now, can I think of any art and culture example or post-independence consolidation example? Maybe bank nationalization is something that we can think of if we maybe go into post-independence consolidation, or maybe world history, we can think of again French Revolution as an example. If you look at geography, maybe it's very difficult to find ideas. Okay, but even in geography, if you look at it, maybe there are people who wanted the world to be a more peaceful place, more globally connected, something in those lines. Yes, society also, there are so many social reformers, contributors who planted very wonderful ideas. You can, the typical example is we can think about Savitribai Phule, where she wanted women education, Ramaja Ram Mohan Rai. So both of them wanted a better India. Now today we are seeing the flower. Maybe they haven't seen that flower. Okay, so like this, again sati elimination is very limited. Sati elimination, we have seen Raja Ram Mohan Rai himself has seen the flower of the sati, right? Seamless connection to north and south. Yes, geographical point. Napoleon wanted to rule the world but lost. Okay, so I think you got the structure part, right? Like, so once we do this, then we can go to GS paper 2. In GS paper 2, we have polity, constitution, social justice, social issues. Okay, IR. Maybe we can think of ideas. I want to see an idea of India being a permanent member of UNSC committee. Okay, right? Yes, Constituent Assembly can also be one idea where Constituent Assembly wanted to have a wonderful India. They haven't seen the flowers immediately, but we have brought it. Right? Yes, G20 is an idea. Are we going to see the flower of G20 that we are reaping? Will India reap immediately? Will it take time? Yes, Gandhiji, Suraj, right? Even the best example I can think of is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's speech in Constituent Assembly, right? Where he argues that we are entering into a life of contradictions, where we have political equality but not social and economic equality. That is an idea. That are we seeing the fruits of those ideas? In social justice, you can bring in Dr. B.R. Ambedkar again. Okay. In constitution, for example, DPSPs are seeds. Okay, DPSPs are not enforceable because lack of state capacity. UCC, Uniform Civil Code, right? Women's reservation. Yes. Reservation for women, women empowerment. Yes, you can also bring about Nishita. You can also bring about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's Pura model. Panchayati Raj, yes, very good example. UCC is still a distant dream despite ruling government's manifesto. Yes, they are not seeing the flower immediately, but one day maybe we have the hope to see the flower. So all of you, do you still believe that philosophical essays are difficult? I think we had made it quite simple, right? Cooperative societies, yes. So now you can go to economy, agriculture, internal security, disaster management. You get the hang of it. Gaganyaan mission in science and technology, very good. Or we have a dream, or we have a seed, an idea where we want to see Indians in space. Rakesh Sharma, yes, definitely. But in the present generation, we will have more scientific temper. Doubling farmers' income is a seed which we haven't seen the flower as of now. Yes, definitely. Land reforms, very good. Land reforms we have technically seen, but not exactly. Nationalization of banks, okay. Idea of internal humanism, okay. India and a dream of $5 trillion economy. Yes, definitely. We hope to see that. Annihilation of caste, okay. Yes. Jam Trinity we have technically is not a seed, right? But can I say no seed ever sees the flower? Let's say RBI had an idea to bring in central bank digital currency. We have actually seen the fruit, right? So we can use that in the other side, disagree side. Yes, we have seen. Even NPA problem, we can believe that we have reduced the NPS. Okay. Now, lastly, the trickiest part is ethics. Ethics, integrity, and aptitude. Try to tell me without deviating too much core ethics topics where somebody had an idea, but that idea is not have not seen the flower. Equality, that even before an inclusion of every gender. Okay. Still untouchability prevails people. Okay. Utopian society, media ethics. Ethics, I think people are falling down. So please focus on ethics part, because in the fourth dimension, I'm not getting good examples in my personal opinion. Moral values as a compassion. Fake news. Why is fake news an idea? Okay, Gandhiji wanted women to, okay, when women are freely walking in the midnight, that is when the society is free. Okay. Corruption free India. Yes, that can be a dream, that can be a seed where we haven't seen. But what is the seed? Haven't we started Lokpal and Lokayukta? ADR versus Union of India case where criminalization of politics. Right? Yes, all of you are going back to advertisement to stop alcohol consumption and smoking. Was definitely attitudinal change. Okay, people are forced to seeds have been planted. That is a very good example I will use. And in attitude chapter also, you will learn about pollution, sorry, smoking and all these things, right? So there you say that government is trying very hard to bring behavioral change, whether in people using helmets, drugs, okay, or attitude towards women, okay, or women empowerment, women-led development, all the things that you learn in the attitude chapter, where you say they are seeds, but we are not seeing the flowers because society is not ready to change its attitude. On the positive note, you can bring in ethical aspect of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, where Prime Minister Modi had a dream to see Indians not defecate in open or use more toilets. Have seen the flowers. Okay. Values regarding wastage, definitely empathy towards animals. Okay. Gandhiji's quote on how society treats animals. Okay. Yeah, good. Yesterday also there was an article about Jallikattu in Hindu paper, right? Yes, you can use examples from Afghanistan. Values of family and children are declining. But that seed has already been planted, right? Now we will enter into the scope part. Maybe there you will get that idea, right? Plastic usage is an idea where people wanted to see the flower, but they haven't seen. But now all of us will go back and say, yes, disagree. Many seeds have seen the flowers. It's very, very easy. Many seeds have seen the flowers. It's easy to answer. Now that we have established so many examples can be written on these dimensions, this topic looks very easier. So first 4 or 5 pages of your essay is done with, 4 pages is done with the examples part. Now I want you to go back and focus on the scope part. What can be the scope for this particular essay that no seed ever sees the flower? This is where the problem starts. What is a scope? Scope means expanding the topic, because it's either agree or disagree. Once we agree or disagree, can flowers modify seeds? Okay, why no seeds ever sees flower? Okay, why are we at the initial point, not at the end? Okay, how to make seeds? I may not agree, Vasu. Okay, why do some seeds never see the flowers? End matters or means to the end. Okay, the requirements to develop seeds into flowers. Okay, that's a good dimension. What are the requirements where seeds are nourished so that they will become flowers? Okay, so sometimes people might till it, take time to see the result. Do we have the patience, nurturing, watering? Are we creating that ecosystem, or are we killing the seeds? One seeds, multiple flower. That is definitely a good dimension. Sometimes a good idea will have multiple flowers. Flower modify seeds. Okay, T hub. Why not? Process of making a flower. Why seeds are failing? Okay, that is also a good dimension. If every sees the flower, but what type of flowers? Okay, are we getting the qualitative flowers? That is also one thing. Can we bring in the Nishkama Karma concept? Seeds need not worry about flowers. Yes, definitely. You can bring in Nishkama Karma. So we'll try to add the scope, right? Let's say, am I planting the seeds only to flowers, only to see flowers? Is there a correlation between seed and flower? Like, do I really need to do things only or plant ideas only for the flowers, or can I do it in altruistic sense? Okay, how can we stop eradicating weeds? Okay, so ecosystem for the seeds to succeed or flourish. Okay, next, if I am attached to the seeds, okay, how to protect the flowers once they are developed? Okay, seeds can see flowers. Disruptive technology. Okay, fine. Can I ask one thing? Like, think about it. Seeds and flowers are not two separate products, they are one long continuum. To find scope, can ask questions to the given topic. Yes, definitely. Yes, seeds, flowers, fruits, again seeds. It's like one loop, one huge positive loop rather than two separate things. Yes. So in the end, all of the ideas, everything should only lead to a cyclical process. So can we go to a dimension where we expand the scope, that we need to have a good ecosystem for the seeds to flourish? Nowadays, seeds are not taken care, or to keep the social order as it is. No, 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 not only. See, you can say betterment, internal creative destruction, betterment of the ideas. Okay, so ideas means ends, and guess means ends. Good. Children can be taken as a seeds. Definitely, good children leads to good society. Good societies leads to good children. So socialization. Okay, so yeah, that is what I told you yesterday, right? Whatever we learn in ethics paper yesterday or ethics syllabus copies, so that is socialization process. So good ideas lead to good fruits. Your attitudes lead to character. Character leads to good attitudes. Or good thoughts leads to good behavior. Good behavior leads to good thoughts. Good leaders leads to good society. So everything good will lead to good. The positive spillover effects can be discussed. One world, one grid, or Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Yes. So do you agree with this circular process? Like everybody, our seeds only bring pleasant scented flowers. That may not be the depth, right? Sometimes you will plant the seed, but you cannot control the outcome. Okay, so while we are talking about the ecosystem for seeds, we also should talk about the ecosystem for the fruits and flowers, right? Gross happiness index. Okay, seed but a different outcome, definitely. North Korea led to a bad outcome, definitely. Yes. So should we protect the flowers? Yes, or take the advantage to plant more seeds? Sowing right kind of seed according to the flower we want. Okay, Hitler. Yeah, definitely. Today's article where Taliban cannot say Taliban is coming back to hurt Pakistan itself, right? So the seeds that Pakistan planted is actually being reaped by the Pakistan. Sometimes when the conditions are not favorable, seeds should remain dormant. Okay, that is a critical analysis. Again, in the real essay, you may or may not have the time to include every scope that we have discussed. But I sincerely hope this expanded the thought process. Curtailment of terrorism, lone wolf attack, better than seeds is sown, sir. Definitely. Yes, very good point. One seeds is something. Sometimes seeds are not better not to be planted because we don't want to see certain flowers. For example, terrorism or ISIS. I want ISIS as a seed to die so that there won't be any terrorism in the world, or terrorism per se to die so that there won't be any flowers. Hate will only get hate. So the hate seeds will lead to hate flowers, right? We have seen that in Jaipur also, the Kanaya, I think that Tyler was beheaded. That will only lead to vicious cycle rather than a virtuous cycle. So here the cycle we are talking about is a virtuous cycle. Virtuous cycles will lead to virtuous fruits. But unfortunately, the same also applies to vicious cycles. Vicious cycles lead to vicious flowers, fruits. Again, it will keep on continuing. Communalism, yes, communalism definitely. Time of sowing the seeds. Yes, demographic dividend again you can take. You can say India has to plan demographic dividend in the right time so that the flowers will be reaped in the right time. So there is no point in reaping the flower at the wrong time. So seeds into flowers. So time and situation, as I have mentioned earlier also, time and situation also plays a huge role. Yes, even for the same for climate change. The COP27, the Sharm el Sheikh agreement, or $100 billion economy. Yes. Yes. Okay. Hmm. Drug usage and abuse, yes, definitely. Once you start having that idea in your brain, it might lead to negative outcomes. Again, as I said, the possibilities are unlimited. As a human being, as a UPSC aspirant, you have to remember in 1.5 hours, how many of these points will you bring onto the page? So what I'm making you do is brainstorming. In the brainstorming, once you do this, let's say you have written 20 topics, 20 examples. Within these 20, you have to identify 12 or 10, then write them as dimensions. If you have 6 or 7 scopes, within them, identify 2 or 3 which are totally worth your time, then expand the essay, then go to the conclusion. With regular practice, it's very easy. Now, what is happening is we are taking our existing knowledge and just applying it to the given topic. In brainstorming, you will just dump the word, okay, terrorism, but how you write that terrorism paragraph is only developed through practice. Clear? Yes. So if you have any confusion, you still didn't understand what is the meaning of dimensions, scope, or what is the overall scope and expansion of this particular topic, please let me know, or else we will move to the next topic. So again, as the topic says, no seed ever sees the flower. Seed can be a lot of things. So when seeds are planted, they are supposed to give results. So when you plant the seed, you may not the literal meaning of the word is this, like you as a seed you will go inside the land, you may not see the results that came out of you. Okay, so any idea that was planted by someone, that person may not see the flower. Okay, what is the meaning of dimension and scope? How to start in catchy and say all these things I have discussed yesterday. Just in case you are attending on today's session, I have shared yesterday's link also. I have shared the PDF also, right? So as we have discussed yesterday, today's the focus is only on giving you how to write a good essay, the practice part, right? So Priyanka, I encourage you to watch yesterday's video. Scope means increasing the depth of the given topic. Dimensions means how many ways that you can show the present idea. Clear? Yes. Dimension 60-40, agree, disagree. First finish this and then move on to scope. Is it right approach? Yes, definitely. Or you can bring the negative, the disagree part in the scope also. If you majorly disagree with the part 2, 3, actually agree with the topic, come on in scope and not dimension. Okay. Again, there is no outrightly disagreeing topic, right? There will always be minimum 50-50 or 60-40. One thesis statement for this topic. Yes. In this essay, okay, that's a good question. No seed ever sees the flower, right? Flow of the essay should be scope, not the dimensions. Dimensions are just part of the scope. See, scope means nothing. Scope means it's like a train track. It will limit your flow. It will happily keep your essay in a limited dimension. Automatically, dimensions come within the scope. So in this essay, we will try to see what are the various dimensions of seeds and why seeds don't see flowers. Do all seeds don't see flowers? Okay. What are the conditions that are needed for a seed to succeed? So this can be a simple thesis statement. Dimension should be justified. Yes, explain it to explain the scope. Yes, definitely. That is, you understood it. Can a balanced essay would fetch better marks with both negative and positive dimensions? Yes, in philosophical essays, again, as I said, there is no such thing as a right answer, wrong answer. It is only justification of your interpretation. Okay, see, it's common sense, right? I see seeds which see flowers, agree. I also see seeds where they have seen the flower. That is also fact. Okay. The example should be within the paragraph. Okay. Again, Prabjot, I will encourage you to write the same essay and post it in the group. I will be more than happy to give your own essay as an example to tell you what mistakes you have made. Because in theory, you write a paragraph saying there are terrorists all over the world who are planting the negative ideas in the seeds of the children, making them into future terrorists. Okay. So some seeds are not supposed to see the flowers. So this can be a paragraph. How well you will articulate this is something that is up to totally you, right? Okay. So I hope the rest of you are also understanding. Yeah. So I don't want to eat up too much amount of your time. So 30 minutes done, one topic. Do I have to take one stand at the conclusion? No, conclusion is where you again justify whatever you have written. Can you add Hindi poem in English language essay? Definitely, you can write a Hindi kahavat, Sanskrit sloka, Telugu sloka, Tamil, whatever you want to write. But the only requirement is convert that into English. Okay. Sarve jana sukhino bhavantu. Just make sure you add that everybody should be happy, prosperous, when wealthy. So translation is a must. You can directly write a Hindi line, but limit it to 1 or 2 quotes per essay. Okay. Yeah. There is no barrier that UPSC does not discourage you to write from Sanskrit or Hindi poems. Again, try not to write that in intro. Oh, couplets are good. Jaisa Kabir ka Doha or something like that. 2 lines, it's good. Intro should be Hindi, right? English. Now the second topic that I have posted in the group is, yes, definitely Prabjot, you can post it in the group or you can message me on Telegram. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Now please tell me without any hints from my side, what are the dimensions that you think? Take a minute or two, no hurry. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. So here one more lesson that you can learn in this essay is why you have to think about scope first than dimensions. Think of the scope, then think of the dimensions. Why scope is important? Very simple. Agree or disagree? Okay, then the scope. Based on the scope, I will get into dimensions. Again, as I said, please think about the scope first because the topic is not very, it's very outrightly straightforward, but at the same time, by only adding layers, you can make it more interesting. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. So the first scope is why. Why darkness cannot drive out darkness. Okay. Yes, very good. The reasons for darkness. Third, hate doesn't drive out hate, need to spread love. Okay. Mindset. So my most important question is awareness. Are you even aware that you are in darkness? I will tell you an example. Let's imagine patriarchy. Okay, if patriarchy is a darkness, if I am a product of patriarchy, do you think I will even be worried about removing patriarchy? Ignorance and knowledge. Yes, definitely. So here in this particular essay, how light throws out darkness. See, the once you establish the scope part, the dimensions are easy because it's common sense. As a very famous quote goes, you cannot just hate darkness. All you have to do is light a candle. The moment you light a candle, darkness will go away. Okay, so how light achieves that is very easy. Okay, but the thing is, here the depth of your thinking or quality of your thinking is visible only when you understand the meaning of the darkness and show the scope of the darkness. This part, this part, okay, only light can do that, is quite easy to establish. But how well you understand darkness, how well you expand the scope of the darkness is all the important thing. Requirements to remove how light can drive darkness. Patriarch as a basic structure in darkness. Okay, who is the light? What is the light? How we agree only to, okay. Only light. Okay. Are there any other ways to remove light, darkness? Okay. Real darkness. Okay. Enlightenment is also light. Is light removed? Okay. Now, what is light? Light can be your direct literal sense. Okay. Light can be knowledge. Light can be enlightenment. Light can be moksha. Okay. Light can be awareness. Light can be a person. Light can be a suggestion. Light can be an individual. Light can be an idea. Plato's allegory of cave, yes, definitely. You can say that it opens your rationality, right? So those who don't know Plato's allegory of cave, I encourage you to watch TED Talks or something on those lines. Okay. Why sometimes even light cannot drive out darkness. That is a wonderful scope. Why light fails sometimes? Or if the light is removed, will the darkness come back? Okay, so is light only a temporary solution or should we aim for long-term solution? Yes, Ral's original position, definitely. Right? Now that we understood why scope is important in this essay, the rest of the things are very easy to write. So dimensions, I'm pretty sure all of you can handle. But now how you will go about in this particular essay? Okay. See, because this part is where you shine. That shows your critical thinking. Prolonged darkness can bring suddenly and have the bright light. Okay. That a light that then gradual thing. Also think of like this. Some people are so used to darkness that they want to stay in the darkness. Shravan is also saying prolonged darkness can bring okay and have bright light and gradual thing. French Revolution. Yes. Sometimes light has to be drastic. Are we really in darkness? Light in proper direction can only remove direction. Yes, definitely, definitely. Light in the right place at the right time. Disguise of light. Disha case, instant justice. Oh, yes. Sometimes what looks like a light is not actually light. That is a wonderful dimension, Pooja. For example, fake encounters in Hyderabad did not actually solve the problem. They only looked like a good light. A period of necessitated lights. Only when we have darkness, we appreciate light. That is also a good point. Is light universal? No. What looks like light for you may be darkness for others. Force. Okay. Poverty elimination. Right. So you in this essay you shine when you go deeply into what is light, what is darkness. Environmental impactment assessment amendments. Is continuation of light necessary? That is $1 million question on how you will conclude up Arpit. For example, let's say in towards the conclusion, I will say as a society, as an individual, we all should carry the light in our hearts. Okay. As long as I give you good socialization, good virtues, good thought process, the light will always shine in your heart. So then continuation will happen. So we should always aim to keep that kindle alive, the light to keep on surviving. Okay. Once a light can be dark some other time. Values change. Once a light can become darkness. Again, you have to justify that, Kedar, with a example, or else it will backfire. Being a light bearer in the society, definitely. Sustainability in that light, no. Sustainability in that light, yes. Because, uh, for example, Afghanistan right now is in darkness. Okay, if Afghanistan is in darkness, what is the light for Afghanistan? Democracy. Both complement each other. Yes, without darkness, we cannot appreciate light. Okay, or sometimes we get used to light that we don't appreciate that darkness is also creeping in. War dark, peace is light. Yes. Instances where darkness should drive out darkness, war or terrorism. Okay, that's good. What about Afghanistan? Hegemony, again too technical, right? People who face a darkness consequences want future generations in light. UN formation can be an example. But again, if I go back to the original concept, like darkness, first of all, I need to even be aware of having a darkness, caste, superstition. Yes. Patriarchy, all these are darknesses. Racism. Support for democracy is light, even backward resolution. You can also bring in Myanmar if you want to bring in the IR resolution. Darkness leads to fight for the light. Yes. Same approach, right? On your individual basis, you can do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Subject by subject, you will get enough number of dimensions. Reluctance of people to walk into light. Definitely. Why people are afraid of light? Why are people afraid of light? Mitigation and adaptation. People don't want change. Orthodoxy versus constitutionalism, or societal morality versus constitutional morality. Is darkness becoming the comfort zone? Sometimes we want to stay in the dark because it's beneficial, like corruption, nepotism. Sometimes darkness may lead. Okay, status quoism versus radicalism. Yes, I enjoy darkness because darkness is playing me. Tribals, I don't think is our darkness, right? That will be a too general statement. Try to avoid it. See, whenever I say the same examples, I will give the same idea. Just because tribals are in some our expected, not in our expected lifeline, okay, they cannot be called as dark, right? Space exploration, darkness, one can overcome by science, okay. Development of AI questioning standards, okay. So sometimes light needs to more darkness. AI will be an example, or emerging technologies will be an example. AI is a light that I'm trying to bring to the world, but because of AI, some more darknesses are being created. So more AI, more unforeseen problems. So light can bring in new darkness. Yes, the benefits of darkness, people use it too. Okay, sedition is a darkness in the democracy. You can also bring in this quote: democracies go to die in darkness. So for democracy, transparency and accountability is the light. Disinformation, misinformation, malinformation, fake news, all these things are also darkness, definitely. And we are inviting them every day. Even light can bring in darkness, like creative destruction. Yes, AI, chat GPT, automation, these are all lights. So they might bring in darkness to some. What looks like good light for others may lead to darkness for others. That can be an argument. More technological industrial advancement, family bonding coming down. Yes, light in one dimension might lead to darkness for another dimension. Okay. Yes. I'm really happy that all of you get the hang of that particular topic, right? End to darkness by that will be the more or less towards the conclusion part. How do we end darkness? Establish light. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, from darkness to light, let my society, or you can bring in Rabindranath Tagore, let my nation awake. If light fails to drive darkness, what needs to be done? Okay. Yeah. One's own thought leads to one's own darkness. Okay. Social media can be two-edged sword. Social media can be a light. Social media can be a source of darkness also. Right. So those who have actually brainstormed, you got the idea, right? Tulsi Gowda can be a light. Okay. Definitely Tulsi Gowda is a fantastic example of a light. Can we take darkness in cases in pending courts? The light was a speedy justice. Yes, definitely. Miyawaki, I personally don't subscribe to Miyawaki, but again, yes, it's a light. What could be the transition phase between darkness and light? Okay, that's a good question, Bhaskar. So what happens is people again, your question is answered by Chandrika, right? GM crops are the junction where India is on that horizon. We are totally not in dark. We are totally not in light. We are in that twilight zone where India is confused. Should we stay in the darkness that is not allow GM crops, or should we move to GM crops, which is light? Okay. Yeah. So again, see, brainstorming had been made easy. I'm totally enjoying the process. But the thing is, I'm not sure that you can bring all these points directly into the essay. There are like too many points. The problem comes in how to go towards the conclusion. Towards the conclusion, you should say, like, we should always target for removing the darkness. Okay. We should always stop worrying about darkness. If you are a light on your own, if you do the right things, automatically darkness will go away. So don't worry too much about darkness. Darkness exists because nobody took a step, nobody took that compassionate step. For example, Indian society had a dark spot or dark area where everybody ignored, called as child labor. Okay, all it took is one individual called as Kailash Satyarthi. he became the change he wanted to see. He brought in the light, and that automatically brought light into billions, sorry, not millions of children. Okay, same is the case with the Bihar experiment, where Super 30 is an example, right? Yes, out of so many scopes, how to choose the relevant ones. That is where I am repeating myself. Practice. Okay, you are the best judge in the practice, because probably in the chart box, waterman in Ladakh, ice stupas in Ladakh, that is sorry, not Phunksuk Wangdu, Sonam Wangchuk. Okay, so Sonam Wangchuk is a light. So if you are a light on your own, being the change, automatically, yes, you can be the change you wish to see in the world. So towards the end of the essay, your thought process should be, first you see the light, you bring the awareness, then like Raja Ram Mohan Rai or Savitribai Phule, you be the change. Once you walk the talk, as Gandhi says, your thought, action and words are in harmony, you will create a better place for the world. Yes, Gandhiji talisman is also one solution. Students for whole life to get the wisdom. Yes, definitely. Astoma, Jyotirgamaya, or Rabindranath Tagore, you can take to India, Gandhiji's talisman. There are so many ways to end this essay. But again, within the conclusion, which part is good is again chosen by you, whom? You. That too only through practice. Yes, arise, awake, and stop not. Stop not. Buddha's light, no. Happiness index, yes, that can be a guiding light. That can be a benchmark. See, again, for me personally, when I see all these reports, I will try to use them as a benchmarks. Like, this is the light. Everybody should move towards this light. If Indian society is a good light, then most democracies can be like India. Or if a district in India is performing well, then most I will show the light. Okay, this is the ideal district. So all aspirational districts should be like this districts. So yeah, think of towards the conclusion part, because you have to filter again which kind of light you want to promote. You want to promote a light which is not selfish, which will always burn, which will not only stay with itself, which will also create burning in the hearts of the others. Passion, we have to ignite passion. India being the lighthouse for world democracies. Ending with a short story, which please don't write short stories towards the conclusion part. Okay, write quotes. Write a quote, and then say this is a kind of benchmark that we should be aspiring for. Okay, a candle burns itself to light others. Yes, RK mission light Vivekananda. Yes, you. Yeah. So you understood the summary, right? Light should be in the positive spirit. Light should be kindling. Light should be kindled in the heart of the others. Light should automatically spread. Can we bring India into the conclusion part? Definitely. Jadhav Payang, yes, the forest man of India, the waterman of India, so many examples. Mental health awareness, an eye for an eye will make the whole world blind. But again, it will be more of a revolution, right? So try not to go there. Armored forces is temporary light, but behavioral change and development will be a long-term light. Yes, we should always aim for the India as a conclusion as how. So let's say again, India is a shining light on how the other democracies should behave. Or there are so many darknesses within India, but if we do all the steps that India is taking, if India actually implements everything that it is planning, it will lead to light. Why? No, I didn't say India only conclusion. His or her question was, can we bring India as a conclusion? I said yes. Again, my personal conclusion will be, I will talk about where everybody, like all the stakeholders in the world should come, because darkness can come from any place, right? Okay. So none of us are safe till all of us are safe, or poverty anywhere is a threat to prosperity everywhere. So darkness darkness will always be there in the world. It's the job of others to keep spreading the light. Or if you have seen that Bob Marley's quote, Bob Marley says, when the people who are promoting badness and hateness are not taking rest, why should we take the rest? So light should never take the rest. So that will be in my conclusion. So we should keep struggling. It's not easy. Yes, that is also a wonderful quote. Education is not filling up the bucket, but the lighting of a fire. Okay. Again, I really appreciate all of you participating so much. If you can write the same thing and put it in a paper, I'm pretty sure it's a whole different movie. So right now, your own life or your own lack of practice is the darkness. Okay, what is the light? Practice is the light. So saying is easy, action is difficult. So if you want to be the change, you see, right? Right? Write the same darkness essay, remove your own darkness by practice, and then then others will read what you have written. I will also read what you have written. Okay. Darkness is needed to have noticed the light and later to be used to heal the farmer. Okay. You can post it in the group, Prabjot. Yeah. So please let me know what are the major takeaways that you have learned today. So are the sessions helping? Yes. Because I think the brainstorming for both the topics went very well. I don't want to waste too much time. Yes. So how else, what else, or what should be the change that you want to see here? Again, when you write, it makes more sense. Post it in the group, get them evaluated. Okay, participate. This is a thought process. My final tip to those who want to actually pursue UPSC writing, think of it like this. Philosophical essays are the easiest essays to answer if you change your perspective. Perspective is very, very important. Okay. Perspectives help a lot. Once you change your perspective, writing is very easy. Okay. But the problem is it takes practice to develop the basic minimum skills. Once the skills are developed, you will write a good essay. Okay. So again, I like repetition of myself. Write, definitely you will see the improvement. Break that glass ceiling once. Okay. Yeah. Right. So if you have any specific questions, let me know, or else I will end the session. Please write bottom line. Every Wednesday and Thursday we will have same sessions. Every time we will discuss 3 or 4 topics. By the completion of this thing. Yes. So definitely that is what we are planning, right? Every Wednesday and Thursday, 6 to 7:30 or something like this, we will brainstorm. We will think as part of that. Again, Prabjot, if you are aware of the group Daily AWP, that is what used to happen earlier. Okay. People like you from all over the India with a lot of diversity, right, on the same topic, post it there. Okay, 10 to 15x copies will be posted. There was a time where 50 copies used to come. All we have to do is read those 10 copies of your own peers who are serious like you. Then automatically it will change so much perspective. So people who gave interview this attempt used to write in the group on a regular basis. So now I think we are working in silos, right? Left hand is not thinking of right hand. Everybody wants to think of their own self. But collectively, if you post them, okay, nobody can steal that skill from you, right? People are afraid, my examples will be taken by him or her. All this is utter nonsense and stupidity, because sometimes by looking at other person's copy, we understand how not to write an essay. Okay, sometimes by looking at other person's examples, even I knew this, why didn't I write this? Okay, those glass ceilings are broken when all of us collectively work together. That is my only intention here. Trust me, this channel is not something new, right? I'm running it from last 3 or 4 years. Okay, it has always been free. It will be free. The only intention is when we are aspirants, nobody actually took sessions like this and told us, okay, like this is what essay is. We have to figure all these things out. We have to spend attempts, get success, get punishment. It took us a lot of time. So what we have gone through, you should not go through, right? You don't have to reinvent the wheel. We are trying to make it very easy for you. But the problem is, back then in my generation of aspirants, we never had someone to guide us. Now you have someone to guide you, but you are not willing to put the hard work. Okay, if you are willing to put the hard work, essay is the easiest thing you can do, because essay is a perspective, essay is a thought process. Okay, for example, you are a honest person. Honest is not something that you think for UPSC, right? You behave, you think, you act in a honest way on everyday basis. Essay is same. Essay ek soch hai. It's a thinking process. Okay, once you develop that thinking process, when you open newspaper, you will see essay intros. When you watch whenever I drive, I see lorry captions on the backside of autos, lorries. They have good statements, right? Throughout India, they have unique statements. Okay, I enjoy reading them because somehow I think I can use them in essays. Okay, when I see a mother and a child, sleeping on the pavement beside a traffic signal, I think, what about poverty? Okay, everything is good, so much development is happening, but what about poverty? Every day you see a lot of things like this. Once you develop that perspective, nothing will escape you. You will definitely use all of those ideas in essay, and your essay will be very organic. You watch a movie, Avatar 2, yes, I see some stories there. I see an intro there. Okay. So people are never happy with existing resources. Even if they explore new planets, okay, they might destroy that also. What needs to change is people, not the planets. Okay. Every time I look at something, ideas will come to me. Okay. Again, I don't have anything, right? I want that perspectives to be developed inside your own thought process. Once you do that, we will work. Okay, so those who are very serious, try to write the past 2 Sunday topics, post them in the group whenever possible. Even if 10 copies are posted from this session, I think all of us will collectively be benefited. Okay, break the glass ceiling. Don't worry about judgments. Nobody will judge you. You will write the worst essay in the world, no problem, write it. But you are better than all those innocent souls who are just thinking, I can write a better essay. Don't do that to yourself. Take that courage, take that leap of faith. It will work out. Okay, yeah, right. So see you all on next Wednesday. Yes, ethics case study. After these sessions, maybe we will have some ethics sessions. I was also thinking of prelims sessions, current affairs sessions, when, like, whatever you people are interested in. Okay, yeah. Okay, then thank you for attending the session. Brainstorm, learn, keep growing. All the best.